90% of supposed possessions, medical or mental health, only 10% actually need the holy intervention, and this is one of those 10%. Buckle up, buttercup, because this Indonesian exorcism story is based on a true, terrifying tale. Our movie starts with poor Pastor Thomas, bam. Car crash. Mom's gone, sister Deandra's critically injured. Deandra's screaming, terrified, begging for prayer. Thomas, bless his heart, tries to comfort her, but then, gasp, she's gone too. He's shattered. Cue the waterworks. But wait, remember what Jesus did? Empowered his disciples to banish evil and heal the sick. Next up, Father Roby, the cavalry's arrived. Thomas drops a bombshell, resignation. Roby's like, whoa, buddy, are you sure about this? We're about to start. Smooth move, Roby, delaying the inevitable. Meanwhile, Dennis, Maya's boyfriend, is busy texting another woman, classic. He's pretending to be in a meeting, while secretly plotting a rendezvous. Back at church, Maya's stressing about her friend Kayla's no-show. Dennis tries the, she's probably with friends, line, the oldest trick in the book. Maya's suspicious, understandably. Kayla's dodging calls, ignoring her mom, and her friend Silas trying to nudge her into some serious mother-daughter bonding time, but Kayla's got a serious aversion to meeting her mom's new beau. Drama. Which Kayla responds that she already told her about Dennis being unfaithful, yet her mother didn't believe her. Silas shares that her dad was the same way, but luckily her parents got divorced. Kayla sighs, saying she misses her dad and believes that if he were alive her mother would have listened to him. As they enter their car, Silas suggests they summon her father's spirit for help, to which Kayla hesitates, but when she receives a text from her mother saying that Dennis proposed to her, she asks Sila if she knows how to summon her father. That night they reach the cemetery where Sila pulls out a Jalong Kong doll from her bag. Kayla hesitates and asks what if another spirit comes instead, to which Sila reassures her, saying this is your dad's grave, so it will be him unless we have the wrong grave. At Kayla's dad's grave, Sila places the Jalong Kong doll and they chant Jalong Kong Jalong, we have a small party, come invited, leave on your own. The doll suddenly bends forward, then straightens. Whoa. Kayla asks who's Kayla, and bam. This thing swivels, giving her the creeps. She's begging her dad to save mom from Dennis, but a security guard bursts in, and they practically bolt from the graveyard. Back in the car, Kayla's all, now what? Sila's like, patience, young Padawan. Then, get this, something spooky appears. But Sila's all cool, don't worry, dad's got our backs. Kayla gets home, finds Maya snoozing, but then, gasp. Maya's at the stairs? She checks the couch, Maya's still there. The stairs are empty. Next morning, Kayla hears Maya dumping Dennis, let's break up. And Kayla's doing a happy dance inside. Then, she tosses that creepy doll in the trash, but the story's far from over. Whoa, Kayla's at school, bragging about her creepy doll trick, but wait. A mysterious neck mark? Suspense. Then, bam, Dennis, that guy, is at her house. Kayla's totally freaking out, begging her dad to separate her mom from this dude. It's a disaster movie, Dad, you know? Then, gasp, the doll's back. Trash can round 2, but the storm's brewing, candles snuffed, and the entity is in her room. Kayla screams. Maya wakes up to the chaos. It's a horror show. Whoa, Kayla's screaming, a total head-banging meltdown. Sinners, she wails, bashing her poor head against the wall. Poor Maya's trying to rescue her from this crazy episode, a frantic hug finally snapping Kayla out of it. The next morning, bam, Kayla's a ghost, appearing out of nowhere and scaring the daylights out of Maya. A bruise? Oh, Kayla's playing mum, a silent apple munching enigma. Later, whispers, eerie whispers of, die. Kayla's looking around, seeing, things? Creepy things that vanish in a puff of mystery. Then, boom, the gut punch. Thomas announces Sila's gone, and Kayla's summoned to the office. Oh, this is getting serious. Whoa, so Sila's acting weird, shoulder pain, then bam, found hanging. Kayla's all, I dunno. But then, this humming, this unsettling giggle as they drive home. Indra and Thomas are freaked, right? Then, black dog, sinister smile, head banging. Hypocrite, she screams, think your God can save this child? Unhinged laughter, then, out cold. Robbie's like, dude, what happened? Thomas, no clue. But that Latin, it's not medical, that's for sure. This is getting seriously creepy. Whoa, psychological warfare, demonic domination, talk about a bad hair day. This kid's possessed, seriously possessed. A priest shows up, thinking he's got this, think again. This little terror throws him around like a rag doll, all while dropping truth bombs about a neglected mother in a nursing home, ouch. The priest, bless his cotton socks, fights back, but this demon is relentless, playing the mommy card with terrifying effect. Just when things look bleak, reinforcements arrive. Father Rendra, the cavalry. Prayers fly, names are demanded, and with a final, ear-splitting scream, the demon, Keter, is banished. Victory, at last. Michael's cracking. The guilt's got him in a headlock, whispering sweet nothings of doom. Rendra's all, it's demons, mate. Confess, before Satan gets his grubby mitts on your soul. But Michael's like, nope, not my circus, not my monkeys. My mom's voice alone is enough to send me spiraling into a guilt-induced vortex. Meanwhile, Robbie's playing the supportive boss man with Thomas, all, resign? Sure thing, but give Rendra a hand first, pal. Thomas's response? A firm, no way, Jose. I'm out of here, but not if it means hurting Rendra or Kayla, who, by the way, was abandoned by her best friends, Deanda and Sela. Think of Kayla, mate, she's been through enough. And then, we see Kayla, serenading her exam with a tune. The teacher's like, first. Quiet, but Kayla's just humming along, blissfully unaware. Whoa, picture this, Kayla, pen in hand, suddenly starts stabbing her OWNHAND. The teacher's like, oh, summoning Father Thomas faster than you can say, holy guacamole. Meanwhile, Kayla's laughing like a maniac, while everyone else tries to wrestle her into submission. Poor Father Thomas arrives, all concerned, only to get called a hypocrite. The man's trying to save her soul, but she's blaming herself for her dad's death. It's a whirlwind of guilt and, why do bad guys live longer? Just when things can't get crazier, she's about to spill some major secrets about her dad's death, and then bam. Indra bursts in. Crisis averted, or is it? The principal's office. Drama. Maya's pleading Kayla's case, grieving, needs more than school counseling. The principal suggests a shrink, a real shrink, not just the school counselor. Maya's on board, as long as Kayla's up for it, but honestly, thinks a long nap might be better. Meanwhile, zap. Thomas's radio explodes with Deandra's frantic voice, help. A tense moment, then few back to normal, only to be screamed at, stay with me. Yikes. Father Rendra's like, look, kid, this is dangerous, to which Thomas is all, yeah, so? I've stared down worse. Rendra presses him, so what's the hold up? Thomas confesses, can I even help others when I'm barely holding it together myself? Rendra asks if he knows why the previous priest quit when Thomas shakes his head. Rendra explains that when exorcists fight demons, the demons can sense their emotions and past sins, using them as weapons to intimidate. He adds that the physical attacks are also severe as demons are rebellious angels, not beings of flesh like humans. Rendra warns Thomas that if he is not fully prepared, he should not proceed, saying, once you see what I've seen, you might give up and lose faith, and it's dangerous for both you and the victim. Despite this, Thomas asks what does he need to learn to perform an exorcism. Rendra begins Thomas's training, showing him the tools used in exorcisms and giving him a book on different types of demons and their names. He explains that the devil sees their sins, so they must confess before an exorcism. Most importantly, faith is key, and this fight is not theirs, it is God's power against the dominion. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this is a wild ride. Darkness, it seems, has some new employees, and they're not exactly known for their punctuality. Maya's apologizing, all flustered, about her flaky communication. Motherhood, am I right? Kayla spills the beans, cemetery visit with Sela, and bam. Terror strikes. A cemetery trip? Really? Maya's like, whoa, hold up. Why the graveyard? Kayla, choked up, confesses she missed her dad. Sniffle. Then, the horror. Maya hugs Kayla, looks in the mirror, and screams. A demonic mini-me is staring back. Eyes squeezed shut, total freak out. Kayla's all, what's wrong, mom? Silence. Then, the emergency call. Thomas, Father Rendra, and Inda, it's a supernatural SWAT team. They're rushing to Kayla's room, Maya explaining it all started after that cemetery jaunt, and the story continues. Whoa, Rendra's praying for Kayla, telling Maya to do her own holy homework outside, the Apostles' Creed, the whole shebang. He's exorcising the demon, with Thomas and Ender chanting along like a demonic Gregorian chant. But Kayla's like, dude, I'm fine. Seriously, chill with the holy water. Then, bam, lights flicker, crucifix flips, and Kayla unleashes her inner Hulk, tossing Rendra and Thomas like ragdolls. Chaos. Total, utter, holy water-fueled mayhem. Rendra, bless his cotton socks, douses Deandra with holy water. The ensuing shriek, pure theatrical gold. He then, crucifix aloft like a holy knight, summons Thomas, the cavalry arrives. Facing the entity, a growl like 1,000 rusty gates groaning open. Then, bam, demon Deandra. Rendra's yelling, focus, man, focus, but the distraction? Total disaster. The demon pounces. Enter Maya, like a superhero in a surprisingly sensible cardigan. That's not Kayla. Rendra bellows. Holy water flies, Thomas sprinkles like a pro, and suddenly we've got a demon restraining party. Rendra, crucifix in hand, demands the demon's name, it sneers, sinners. Hell awaits, but Rendra's not having it. Deal. The demon spits. With a final, spine-tingling scream, it's gone. Kayla's okay, just a bit, black liquidy. Thomas later apologizes, a touch of humility goes a long way, even in demon battling circles. Rendra, bless his heart, tried his best. He couldn't fix everything, but boy, did he give it his all. Meanwhile, Maya's diving into Kayla's diary, picture overload of Kayla, dad, and friends. Then bam, a page screams, Dennis, you jerk, die. Next page, mom trusts a playboy bunny more than me. Seriously? Then a desperate plea, God, keep mom away from that jerk. But wait, there's more. Thanks, dad, for saving mom and getting rid of that jerk. And get this, a cute Jalong Kong drawing, followed by a creepy entity sketch. Maya finds the doll itself. Snaps pics, sends them to Dennis, dude, you need to see this. Later, Father Roby drops a bomb on Thomas. The church isn't thrilled about something. Hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get intense. Him go, especially since Father Rendra wants to mentor the guy. Thomas is practically apologizing for his bad partner luck, but Roby drops a bombshell. Rendra doesn't just need a partner, he needs a successor. Turns out, the poor guy's been battling illness for ages. The weight of exorcisms rests on his weary shoulders. Who's gonna handle those after retirement? Thomas is speechless, and Father Rendra's resignation is confirmed. Later, a somber Thomas sits alone, lost in thought. His mom's voice echoes, painting a picture of his father's pride. She blesses him with his vestments. Deandra adds her proud seal of approval, gifts him a rosary, but the ice cream bribery is a delightful touch. Meanwhile, Maya gets the shock of her life when Kayla mysteriously appears, plops down beside her, and whispers a wish for sleep. Crazy, right? Maya, petrified, slowly swivels. Kayla's like, whoa, what's up? But Maya, stone silent, utterly terrified. Then bam. Next morning, Dennis storms in, a volcano of rage. Kayla's screams wake Maya, oh. He's accusing Kayla of wanting to kill him. Maya dives in, tackling him. Dennis's wild claim, that's not Kayla, she's possessed. Kayla's comeback, he's a jerk, mom. Maya's response, watch your mouth. Dennis, he's relentless, you used that Jalong Kong thing your mom found to break us up. Kayla's all, mom, who do you trust, him or me? Maya's trying for calm, let's talk, not brawl. Kayla hits back, you wanted to be a good mom? Prove it, dump him. Dennis lunges, zap. Maya zoes him with a taser. He's struggling, big time. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this is a roller coaster. He leaps up, ready to brawl, but Maya slams the brakes. Crazy, he bellows, stomping off. Dennis, he tries calling Maya, crickets. Ring, gone, poof. Meanwhile, Maya's at church, spilling her guts to Father Rendra. Ever since his prayers for Kayla, things are a mess. She's a whirlwind of restless energy, confessing a past so scandalous, it'll make your hair stand on end. Teenage pregnancy, kicked out by her parents, life in tatters. Then, her husband, her savior, the man who brought her to God, but here's the kicker, Kayla's not his kid. The secret's out. Since he died, everything's fallen apart. But Father Rendra, he's got wisdom dripping from his beard. The past? Forget it. It's about living right, taking charge, and finding your way back to the light. Hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get intense. Maya, bless her heart, finds a Jalong Kong, whatever that is, in Kayla's room, and she's sensing some unfinished business. Meanwhile, Father Rendra's coughing fit is practically a dramatic pause before the real drama unfolds. His Bible, falls open to a passage about 7 even more wicked spirits. Talk about a plot twist. He tries to call Thomas, but the call's a bust. Then, bam, Kayla's standing in the middle of the road, a highway hazard holy moly moment that sends Rendra scrambling. What's going on? Whoa, he finds her collapsed. A frantic dash to the car, but the engine's dead. She's gone. Then, poof, there she is, in the road. Crucifix time. But bam, she's behind him. Upside down cross on the windshield shattered. Bloody hands. Then poof. The blood's vanished. Creepy. What's wrong? Maya asks, but Kayla's muttering, die, 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 then scream, freeze, turn. Before Maya can even blink, the entity strikes. Hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get seriously spooky. Father Roby's thinking they nailed that demon exorcism, right? Wrong. Rendra's sheepishly admitting he goofed. Turns out, it wasn't just one demon. Oh no, this is Legion level stuff. We're talking a whole demonic army. Apparently Kayla, bless her cotton socks, tried summoning her dad's spirit using some questionable methods. Jalong Kong, anyone? Instead, she got Lucifer's fan club, and they're possessing Kayla. One demon's already in, and the last one will be the ultimate boss. Father Roby's freaking out, Maya's life's on the line. Actually, scratch that, both their lives are hanging by a thread. But fear not, Thomas, our intrepid hero, is ready to rumble. He's diving in head first. Father Roby's giving him the go-ahead, promising to get the bishop's blessing later. Meanwhile, Maya wakes up to Kayla hissing, die, 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 and that's just not a good way to start your day. Whoa, Kayla pleads, but bam, Kayla's closer than a bad rash, stabbing Maya's hand. The scream, pure agony. Kayla cackles like a hyena, while Maya's trying to shake her awake. But this ain't your average slumber party, this demon's got a death wish for Maya. A righteous smackdown ensues, with Maya kicking demon butt and bolting to her room. The door slams, the demons erupt, but then, silence. Creepy silence. Maya cautiously peeks, the door creaks open, and the demon saunters in, only Maya's vanished. The demon's doing its best Kayla impersonation, searching high and low. But then, a sob from the wardrobe. The demon's heading straight for it. Whoa whoa. Whoa, Maya's about to meet hubby, but first the demon goes berserk on a wardrobe with a knife. Enter Thomas, just in the nick of time. A crazy battle ensues. The demon's down, but Thomas unleashes a bell of doom. The demon screams like a banshee. He's retreating, muttering about world domination. Maya emerges from the wardrobe, dramatic reveal. Only to see the demon leap from the balcony with a, see ya in hell. They race downstairs, but Kayla? Gone. Then, done. She rises from the pool, possessed. Maya's screams echo. Thomas, bless his holy heart, starts praying, but the demon just laughs. Prayers won't stop me, he sneers, walking on water. Even the crucifix is no match for this cocky demon. Whoa, Thomas, bless his cotton socks, hasn't saved his family yet. He's splashing holy water, the demon screams, but bam. It's Deandra, poor girl. Thomas is losing it, his faith wavering, as the demon, in a seriously impressive reveal, chokes the life out of him. Then, poof, Father Rendra's up, praying like his life depends on it, because it kinda does. Maya, the brave soul, offers herself, a true sacrifice. The demon's got a deal, a twisted bargain, but Maya's got her plan, clutching that broken crucifix. And Thomas, he's back, muttering about God's grace. What a wild ride. Hold on to your hats, folks. Deandra hands over the crucifix just as Maya's about to off herself. But wait, Kayla swoops in, a last-minute superhero save. Maya's begging for forgiveness, it's all for you, Kayla. But Kayla's like, don't leave me, you crazy woman, and bam, crucifix tossed. Then, Thomas, our action hero, leaps up, prayers flying faster than a speeding bullet. The demon, totally freaked, turns its attention to him. Thomas slams that crucifix against Kaya's forehead, wham! And the demon's down on its knees. More prayers, demonic screams, pure agony. Thomas is like, spill the beans, pal. What's your name? The demon, defeated, whimpers, Zabba. And with a final, authoritative command, the demon's out. Next day, Deandra's all, leaving already, hotshot. Thomas, ever the gentleman, says Kaya needs him. Deandra's cool with it, but Thomas isn't going anywhere until she's better.